Good morning. I want to share something in relation to a post I actually saw on Instagram. It was a podcast between one lady who was a supporter of meat, a carnivorous diet, so you can put that into the camp if you like, of a paleo diet, and another group of people who were more sort of waving the flag for vegan and vegetarianism. And they were having this back and forth about which diet was the best, which one proved to be more scientifically beneficial to our health. Should we be eating meat? Is it right? And it got me thinking, because years ago I was a paleo queen. I definitely prescribed protein and fats, good quality protein and fats, to my clients for weight loss. I supported the camp of increasing insulin sensitivity and understood the concepts behind insulin resistance, but that was also because I wasn't educated so much in the field of vegetarianism and vegan. Now, do I think a vegetarian or vegan diet is better than a meat-based diet? To me, it's actually irrelevant, because the important point here is, and I would just like to say in reference to that before I move on, both diets have equal health benefits if you know how to measure things properly and have the equal balance between knowing what nutrients you can get from certain foods, the protein qualities, how they're digested, etc., what to mix them with. So I'm neither going to say either is better, because if you know your own body type and you learn to intuitively eat, you will know what is right for you. My big thing is about having a moral conscience over how things are grown, how things are raised, how things are taken care of. Neither is good for your health if you support a lack of responsibility of over-consuming products which are laden with poisons, which have been totally abused and raised for greed and profit. Overconsumption is really disgraceful, and I'm talking about, this belief that we need to consume a set amount of, either vegetables or fruit or meat in a day or a week or a month. In reality, we need a lot less than we think, unless you are really, really active and you are really, really burning up calories to the extreme. And even then, the choices that you make need to be clean, humane choices. At the moment, we are funding an industry that is poisoning our bodies. So it really doesn't matter whether you think meat or a vegan diet or a vegetarian diet or a pescatarian diet, or how many ever different diets there are out there that you wave a flag for. It doesn't matter if you're not taking responsibility and realizing that we are all responsible for how the animals are being treated, how the plants are being treated. All life has a consciousness, and whether you believe it or not, animals have consciousness. Plants, trees, flowers have a consciousness. They are all living. And at the moment, there is a grave imbalance between everything being slaughtered for our consumption without appreciation. And I'm not saying don't eat meat, but I would feel so differently, about meat consumption if animals were taken care of and they were looked after and appreciated like they used to be many, many years ago, where we nourished, we looked after, we nurtured, we loved, and then the day that they needed to pass, they were happy for us to enjoy meat, because we'd had an equal exchange of love. It was an understanding that we'd raised an animal through that time, and when And when the animal was ready to die, it died. Not because we fancied a slab of steak or a chicken leg. You know, it's just, things are so out of balance. And the same with fruits and vegetables. It's the same, and they're being poisoned. They're being poisoned to look perfect. They're being poisoned to be grown in mass. You know, if we looked after and grew our own and nurtured them again, they'll be happy to produce. They'll be happy to give their lives in exchange for the love you gave them. You may think that I'm talking a load of crap, but to be honest with you, all life is equal, and the day that the majority see it, the happier the world will be. If you want to think that we need to, die to achieve heaven, you're mistaken. Heaven is achievable when you realize life is equal, and everything in existence deserves to be unconditionally loved and respected. So much love.